I'd like to call this meeting to order. I'm hoping our students will lead us in the flag salute. If everyone stand, please lead us in the flag salute. Thank you. Excellent. Sunshine Law Statement. All requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been met for this meeting of the Board of Education of the Borough of Oradell. Notice of this meeting was filed with the Record and Town News and all persons requesting such notice. Mrs. Norian, would you read the mission statement?
Certainly. The Oradell Public School District is dedicated to the ongoing pursuit of educational excellence through comprehensive, innovative curriculum and instruction. The district is committed to providing opportunities for social, emotional, and academic discovery to foster curiosity, courage, and character. Our goal is to prepare our students to become lifelong learners who are self-directed, resilient, productive, responsible citizens.
Thank you. Roll call.
Mr. Del Greco.
Here.
Mr. Darian.
Here.
Mrs. Downey. Here. Mrs. Moran.
Here.
Mr. Nutlin.
Here.
Mrs. Walker.
Here.
Mr. Walsh.
Here.
Mrs. Norian.
Here.
Mrs. Nichols.
Here. At this time, we will open to the public for agenda items only. Not seeing any, we will move forward, and I will turn the meeting over to our superintendent as we have some teams tonight that are going to make some presentations, which we're very excited to hear.
So we have two groups of individuals here with us tonight, and the reason we brought both of those groups together is because there's a lot of similarity between Odyssey of the Mind and Steam Tank. And I don't know if you know this, but one of the things that's really important to me as an educator is engaged learning. When students are so into what they're doing that they don't even notice how much time it is. They're not looking at the clock, and that's what I see when the sixth graders are working on their Steam Tank projects. I see grit and I see resilience, because sometimes their projects don't work. And it's the exact same thing I see when I visit Odyssey of the Mind, and I see their projects growing and changing over time. So we're going to start today, and we're going to hear, if I remember correctly, from 3 Steam Tank projects. The third group that we are going to hear from today, we will also recognize for a special accomplishment. So who's going to go first? Okay, so right before you go, Mr. Manning, I'm just going to remind the board that Steam Tank is an initiative from the New Jersey School Boards Association that asks students to identify problems and create projects and sometimes prototypes and even selling plans for those products. So, Logan.
Hello. In 2025, harmful algae blooms are threatening some of your favorite fishing spots, leading to the death of countless fish. In fact, 92% of animals affected by these algae blooms die. This is a growing environmental crisis that needs immediate attention. Additionally, fish are ingesting old fishing lures from the bottom of lakes, which harm them through internal and external bleeding from the hooks.
Our product will solve both problems. Our lure will be biodegradable and will help destroy algae blooms. The lure will kill algae blooms by dispersing H2O2 across the lake. H2O2 is one of the new cures for harmful algae blooms. The biodegradable properties of the lure will keep the fish from eating it if it falls off. The design of our lure is based on the popular Whopper Plopper, a well-known and effective fishing lure. We have incorporated a compartment that holds a capsule filled with 3% H2O2, which is the safe amount for fish. As the lure spins in the water, it will disperse the hydrogen peroxide, helping to eliminate algae blooms. Throughout the design process, we've encountered several challenges. Initially, we created a version that was too small, then one that flawed. The third one was oversized, but the final prototype was good.
When we clean the algae blooms from the lakes, then the water will be clean and safer for the fish. When the fish consume and live in the algae bloom water, then it can be unsafe for them. Or if we consume the fish, it can be unsafe for us. Our product is not only environmentally beneficial, but it also has a positive social impact. It helps keep the lakes, rivers, and ponds clean, providing a safe environment for fishing, swimming, and outdoor activities. In the summer, it is reassuring to know you're in a safe and clean environment for your family and friends. Plus, it ensures that the fish population stays healthy and we can confidently enjoy the fish we catch, free from the risks of harmful algae bloom contamination.
There is a significant market opportunity for this product. In 2023, 4.2 million Americans tried fishing for the first time, and the sport continues to grow. With more people engaging in fishing, our product will attract those who care about keeping their fishing spots clean and protect the environment.
Our costs will be affordable and available in bulk. Each capsule costs about 80 cents and 99 cents for a 16 ounces of 3% H2O2. There are also many other options for H2O2. The lure will be $24.99 and the hooks and capsules will be sold separately.
For our model, we've chosen PLA filament due to its unique ability to dissolve in water over a period of 2 to 3 months. In addition to this, PLA is durable and a reliable material for 3D printing, making it perfect for its use in water. It's strong enough to withstand the demands of your fishing trips and outdoor adventures, assuring it holds up well even through tough conditions. We are two fish in a big pond trying to make a difference.
Any questions? Yeah.
You can show it that way too, guys.
So this is our final prototype. Into the lure, the other one is not. The one that is not is where you will put a hook. The other one is where the capsule will go into the lure, and it will that here will let it go out.
What's his name? What's his name?
Did you 3D print this?
Yes, we did.
Very nice. So how much did you say this would cost?
We wanted to make it, let me see, $24.99.
And it's biodegradable,
It is.
so after a few months of fishing,
After
people
2 to 3 months, it will
have to buy a
biodegrade.
new one, so that's a good business model. Got to keep buying them. I like that.
It
Recurring
will
revenue.
dissolve in 2 to 3 months if like completely submerged in water.
Right.
So you will have plenty of time to fish with it before it biodegrades.
Right. But you'll have a customer for life because they'll just keep buying as they biodegrade.
And I like the idea of the lures that you use, the colored ones that dissolve in, what was it, 4 or 5? 2 to 3 months. That's great, because at the beach you often see a lot of these on the, this is cool, it looks like a submarine.
Very cool, guys. I feel like this was Shark Tank. I mean,
Yeah.
We didn't get to that, but we could, one's gonna be 5 inches, and then we can make smaller ones too.
Yes? Oh, absolutely. As you can see, that is a bass without algae. Very sad. The bass with algae is smiling and
No, it's the other way
amazing.
around. It's the other way
She's smiling.
Uh-huh. Throw it back. It's been infected with algae. You gotta use this. Should I close it?
Yeah.
So I have to look for a smiling fish? Okay.
Okay. What's our steam tank group number 2? Oh, I didn't see your presentation.
Got to get hand mics.
Welcome to our band ties presentation. I'm Renard, this is Blake, and this is Vanessa. To start, our problem. Hair ties are not only bad for the environment, but they can also harm your hair. They take a long time to biodegrade, and tons of hair ties are wasted every day. Standard hair ties can take up to 500 years to break down. Many people experience broken hair ties, especially people with thick hair and curly hair. About 15 million hair ties end up in landfills, oceans, or waterways per day. Did you know many types of hair ties can damage your hair? Regular hair ties can be harsh and may pull your hair out. This picture shows some damaged hair ties we found around our house, and we also had some on hand.
When we realized this problem, we knew we had to brainstorm right away. We needed to find a way that our hair ties could not only be eco-friendly, but also sustainable. We researched materials that would fit our needs. We discovered bamboo fabric, which is eco-friendly and really sustainable. We also thought about using Kevlar thread because it's strong and durable, but it's also biodegradable like the bamboo fabric. We hadn't found an elastic for our hair ties yet, so we decided to test the materials we planned to use and substituted the elastic with a rubber band.
We made our first prototype using just bamboo material. However, it didn't stretch at all, something we didn't think about. After doing more research, we realized that bamboo alone wouldn't work for our hair ties. We also found out that Kevlar thread releases harmful toxins and is mainly used for industrial projects, so it wasn't the best choice for us. We went back to the drawing board and decided we should focus more on making our product eco-friendly and practical. We created a prototype by just using bamboo and a random thread to see how it worked.
For our second prototype, we found 100% biodegradable and organic cotton fabric. The fabric was stretchy and eco-friendly, making it great for our hair ties. Next, we needed to find a thread. We found one that was organic and biodegradable, just like the cotton fabric. This was the perfect thread for our project. After creating our hair tie with these two materials, we looked for elastic and found eco-organic elastic that fit our needs perfectly. After thinking about it, we realized making our band ties sustainable and eco-friendly would be challenging, so we focused on the environmental aspects. On the other hand, this prototype had a lot of fray and was flimsy, so there were still ways to improve it.
The third prototype worked so much better than the others. It didn't pull a hair, was tight enough to hold hair in place, and was made from completely eco-friendly materials. It wrapped around our hair 3 times, while our first one only wrapped around once and didn't hold at all. Once we had all our materials, we needed to find our expert. Our expert for this project is Shannon. She runs a successful sewing studio and hosts sewing camps and birthday parties in the summer. She knows a lot about sewing. We picked March 12th as the date to meet up for our final prototype. Shannon understood what we needed and helped us out to cut the fabric pieces and showed us where to sew.
After finishing our first prototype, Shannon suggested we use an overlock machine to fix the fray. An overlock machine helps prevent fray by sewing over the edges of the fabric. At first, we used a regular sewing machine and there was a lot of fray, but with the overlock, it looked much better. When we worked on our second prototype, we used all the same materials with the overlock, which helped prevent the fray a lot. Although there was still more room to improve, this was our best prototype so far.
For our final prototype, we switched out the fabric for 100% cotton organic fabric from Joann's. It was stretchier than the last one and still perfectly good for the environment. We used the same elastic and thread from before since it worked very well. This hair tie is very stretchy. We used a normal sewing machine to make these hair ties. We made a tube out of the fabric and turned it inside out to get rid of any fray. We put in the elastic and sewed the ends together, making a super stretchy hair tie. Our final prototype is eco-friendly, biodegradable, and sustainable. As you can see, it goes around Vanessa's hair 3 times perfectly.
After regionals, we got some suggestions from the judges to improve and add to our hair tie idea. They said that we can make a headband that wraps around our entire head. For example, something like a sports headband. We wanted to make this headband eco-friendly and hair-friendly. We made it using a sewing machine at home. This is our prototype for our headband.
Our product has a positive effect on society because we are keeping more junk out of landfills, waterways, and lakes. Because of these products, we hope that people will look at our world as a safer place. So now we did our part in society to help the world and our earth.
Our hair ties are better because they're made of 100% eco-friendly and biodegradable materials. Ours are not like most hair ties, which are made of polyester and rubber, which are unsafe for the environment. They don't break easily, so there will be less in landfills to begin with. Our band ties can decompose when they're lost to ensure less pollutions in landfills and waterways. Band ties. Banned from the garbage.
Can we see the final prototype? Are we allowed to? You made me feel guilty. Look what's in my pocket. I need these.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it takes to, to biodegrade?
At least Chris doesn't need one.
This is good.
$0.50. So you're going to be selling them after school?
How much would you guys sell them for? It costs 50 cents an acre. How much would you sell them? Oh, it's 50 cents. A month ago.
This is cool. I love all the different steps it took to make that, too.
Oh, you guys learned to sell? That's amazing.
It's great.
Great job, band ties. Okay, paper people.
Each one gets a word.
Unfortunately, one of our group members wasn't able to join us today, but I'm Bella. I'm also Bella. I'm Charlie. I'm Fiona. I'm Mayan. I'm Amelie. And we are the book swappers. The world is facing a significant problem that many of us don't often think about: the extreme amount of books that are thrown out each year. A 2012 study on book recycling revealed that an alarming 640,000 tons of books, or roughly 320 million books, end up in landfills each year. But the problem doesn't stop there. Books are often not recyclable in many areas due to the glue used to bind the pages together. While the paper itself is recyclable, the binding process typically makes the entire book non-recyclable, which only adds to the growing environmental crisis.
That's where our team, the Book Swappers, came in. We came up with a simple but effective way to help solve this problem: a book swap. Kids brought in books they no longer needed, and in return, chose from a selection of gently used books donated by others. Many students took part, donating books and picking out new ones to enjoy. Overall, the book swap was a great success. We collected a large number of books, which can be now donated or creatively repurposed into ornaments, among other things.
Ornaments. Our ornaments are made exclusively from damaged books. So instead of those damaged books being thrown out, they will be crafted into beautiful handmade origami ornaments. We have a variety of options for color and design. In addition to that, all of it is eco-friendly. We've got eco-friendly string, and we even researched eco-friendly paint for a specific pencil-shaped ornament we made for one of our teachers. As you can see, these are of all of our designs and the process we went through. We're proud of our initiative and the positive impact it will have on the environment. By giving old books a second life, we can reduce landfill waste and help keep our earth clean. This is not only reusing old books, but it also reduces the amount of books bought by children. The book swappers can start a change in our environment. Today, a science project, a few kids, and a bucket of books. Tomorrow, a goal, an organization, and a better earth.
Ornament making classes. In order to raise more money for our cause, buying books for nursing homes and senior citizens, we decided that we were going to share our ornaments and teach others how to make them. It would cost $25 for a class, and we would teach multiple kids at once to make as much money as we can in that time period. All you would have to do is come to the steam room during recess, and we would provide the books, glue, string, and feathers or beads, whatever you want to add.
To further enhance our solution, we created a Google spreadsheet where we have a record of people who generously donated books. This helps us keep track of how many books each person is allowed to take from the book swap. We also sent out a Google form to parents and teachers. This form was to help reasonably price our ornaments in a way that wouldn't be too pricey or too cheap. In addition to that, we also sent out various forms to teachers asking about how many books they throw out each year and why. Data. We took several sources into account and sent out Google Forms to the teachers at OPS. These are the results. We sent out 3 different surveys.
Environmental impact. We'll be providing books for the community during our book swap and donating extra books to teachers who have a use for them. In addition, all of our ornaments profits will go towards buying books for senior citizens. We will also purchase a variety of audio and large print books because some seniors require a little extra help to read. Many nursing homes are severely underfunded and therefore can't always buy books for seniors. Together we make a difference, one book at a time, by inspiring and bringing joy to others.
We reached out to several experts to assist us with this project. Catherine Schultz, a skilled book crafter, has been a major inspiration for our ornaments. She taught us the basics of transforming books into beautiful art pieces that make perfect decorations. We also received support from Eric Mangle and the Oradell Public Library. Eric Mangle, our school librarian, provided us with books that were either damaged or no longer in use. The Oradell Public Library contributed in the same way. Finally, the students and faculty of OPS were incredibly helpful. Whether it was old baby books or worn out ones, they generously shared books from their homes. All of these people played a key role in making this project a success. Market potential. This project has great potential for marketing for several reasons. First, it supports a meaningful cause, helping senior citizens get books that suit them. This will make people excited to purchase their ornaments, knowing they are contributing to a worthy cause. Additionally, the ornaments are visually appealing and look wonderful on Christmas trees or as decorative accents around the house.
Future ideas. To further enhance our product, we have decided that we will make a variety of holiday decorations and also table pieces. In addition to that, we are working on a teacher line with an apple-shaped table piece, and as I previously mentioned, we made a pencil ornament for one of our teachers. In addition to that, we are going to work on future book swaps for the entire community. And a recent addition to our project was that we were going to add a website to help bring this to other schools, so they would find how to do the book swap and be able to contact us to learn how to make ornaments themselves too.
All in all, our project will help many people around the world do what they love and learn. We'd like to show you some of our ornaments. Thank you.
Those are the designs.
Yeah, they all
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, how did you join it together?
And that's a book.
Wow, that's so cool. And she did it similar, right? Just in different shapes. Oh, that's cute. Oh, here's the decorative one. Yeah. That's so pretty.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very
Okay, we're going to keep the book swappers up for one additional moment because the book swappers actually, this is the second year in a row that we did have a team qualify past the regional tournament to the state tournament, and the book swappers are that team. They did not place in the top 4, which means they will not be at New Jersey School Boards in October. However, we are getting closer because our STEAM Tank program is definitely improving each year thanks to Mrs. Cataldo and Ms. Boyatzis. Can we please thank them before we recognize each of you? Okay, so now you're going to put your ornaments down for a moment, and we're going to do a little pre-graduation practice. Mrs. Nichols is going to call your name. You're going to come up, you're going to take your certificate, you're going to shake her hand, you're going to go stand over there on the steps. Take, shake, go. Are you ready? Okay.
Okay, we're going to go in alphabetical order. So, Mayan Aswani. Amelie Basile. Isabella DeVito. Charlie Hill. Isabella Ryan. I guess David is not here this evening, so I will give you his
I'm
certificate.
actually going to have Mrs. Cataldo and Ms. Boyatzis go on the stairs.
And we have Fiona Venisjo. So we'll take a picture.
If they could fold pages, they should be able to come up with something. But you'll have to-
All right, stay up there, stay up there. Let's have the rest of the steam tank teams go up there so we can get all our steam people.
Might not be able to. We are going to switch over to our Odyssey of the Mind team. So can we get our Odyssey students up to the microphone, please? After Fiona does a wardrobe change. Her sister, too. In the garden, in the garden. As our Odyssey team comes to the microphone, I'd like to point out one thing. Vincent over there is wearing a gold tuxedo jacket, you will notice. That would be from the attic of the Bozius home, former figure skating costume.
Recycling.
Hello again. So we're back. Our conclusion to the year, as many of you know already from Ms. Bozies' great post, we competed against 47 teams at World Finals this year, international and teams from the United States, and we placed 4th place among 47 teams. And we stopped listening at the awards at that point because we were done. And every year, Odyssey gives out a Renatra Fusca Award for exceptional creativity. The award is given out at regionals, and if a team, even if their solution doesn't work, but they've taken a lot of risk and shown excessive creativity, then they're awarded a Renatra Fusca medal at that point, and they automatically advance to the next level of the tournament. They do that at regionals and state finals. They also award the Renatra Fusca at World Finals, and they're very rare. I have listened to them every year in awe of some of the things that they talk about, and I always think, wow, it's sort of the Stanley Cup of Odyssey, if you will. It's a huge trophy. It stays at World Finals, and teams that are creative enough to win it get a plaque on the trophy, so all of the past winners are on it with the school name, the coach's name, and the team's names, first and last names on the trophy. So it's a really, really bigger than first place kind of thing. So this year we were all listening. We were congratulating ourselves for 4th place, and out of 704 teams this year, they awarded 4. So judges can nominate as many teams as they like, but they only choose 3 or 4 each year. And the 4th one they called was us. So it just, I could cry all over again. Their faces were worth every single second of it. So I will leave them to tell you a little bit about what they did. You know some of it from the last time I was here. We were here at regionals and states. I'm sorry. Sure. Hello. Oh, look at that. I like it better than the one I pick up. So you know some of the project from when we were here after state finals, but this is the conclusion, if you will. So thanks for entertaining us and for having us. It's always an honor. Vincent.
Oh, shoot.
Sing a song when you don't know what else to do.
No. Oh. Hello. So earning the Renatra Fusca was really big for us. It was super exciting because really at that point we were kind of droning out. Right, like Ms. Shum said, we were congratulating ourselves for 4th place. Hey. And by that point, when the last name got called, it was a shock. And I personally didn't really know what to think. So at first, reaction was, am I dreaming? Then second reaction was, let me pinch myself, see if I'm awake. So apparently I was, and now it was a really great feeling. So thank you all. Evelyn, if you would like.
So one of the biggest parts of our problem was to have a trainer character that explained the trick that a device did, which Julian made. So for us to make our costume original, we made a bear to go with our Russian circus theme completely out of cardboard to fit with the recycled materials theme that we used.
And who was behind the bear?
And I had to wear it, and now it's really big. Yeah.
So this was our live music, which is something that we had to use in the something we have to include in the performance. It has 6 different fleas, and each one made a different sound when you played them using a makey. We programmed the sounds into the computer, and when you tapped each flea, I tapped each flea in a specific sequence to create music.
while Sky's walking around with that, one of the challenges is we pay specific attention to the wording of a problem, so, and how we're judged on items that the students need to create to complete the entire problem. And Sky's Flea Circus was quite the conundrum for us this year, because we were being judged not just on the song itself, but on the the creative production of sound. And we had many conversations about how if you if you make a xylophone out of PVC pipes, for instance, it's a creative instrument, but it's not a creative production of sound because the xylophone is already used to produce sound. So there were many iterations that we finally landed on this, and it became one of the centerpieces of the reason for the Renata Fusca. So we're super proud of that. And Julian will explain what fleas have to do with it.
Hello. This is Fleabert. He's a flea. And he's made out of cardboard. He does the first trick by rolling a ball on this tray on top of his back. There's two little plastic circles down here, and they go up and down, like, separately, and the ball will, like, roll, like, here.
He's not all together.
Oh, yeah. There was a piece under here, down at the bottom, but it's not here anymore because we had to leave it at World Finals. So he's just this now. But
he had to do tricks, so they don't know everything about it.
oh, yeah. So
And the engineering piece of it was your specialty.
yeah. And it was like an automaton, so it was on like one like stick in the center here, and there was like one like piece of plastic that went up and one on the other side that went down. So when the stick rotated, it would push one up, and then it would go down, and then the other one would go up, and the ball would roll across the top here. There was two others, but they didn't look as cool as Fleabert, so Fleabert's here. I'll come around to show you Fleabert.
So another part of our solution was that we created a... Okay, yeah, sorry. So another part of our solution was that we created a train station sign, which was a replica of St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow, Russia. So it was a 8-foot tall structure that on the top had St. Basil's, and this is the center tower of it. So there's a Lazy Susan on the bottom that would rotate it, and it was pointing to a train that we had as a set piece, and Vince will explain the Russian circus theme that we had.
Okay then. Hello again. So our entire problem had restrictions, but overall it was based off it was very open, in quotes, open-ended, where any sort of solution could be used. So what we thought of was Russian circus. So there's this bear named Misha who attacked a circus trainer. She had to be sent back to her home, Siberia, pun. So me and the trainer behind me go looking for a replacement. Now I'm really upset about this, okay, to the point where I don't even sing anymore when I talk. And that's another thing that. So we go and we come back with a flea. I hate this even more. So, well, that is until the flea does a trick for me, which was the ball trick. That makes me happy. So the creative element to show that we were happy was for me to sing. So I had to sing a whole bunch of songs while I talked. Yeah. So one of them was
Defying Gravity. One of them was Stuck in a Moment. Thank you.
Could you sing like a minute of one for us?
Oh no. Wait, which one?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh shoot. Okay. It's only it's only about like 25 seconds, but. So one of the elements that had to, let me just this. One of the elements that had to be put in is the mech animal, the flea, had to get lost and be found in an unusual place. So he got lost in a vacuum. So we played a pun for the song Stuck in a Moment to Sucked in a Vacuum. So, what? Oh no, I gotta sing. It was a bigger audience than else. I can't, no, wait, no. wrong one. Right. Looks like you got sucked in a vacuum and now you can't get out of it. Very out of tune, but.
That was excellent.
Thank you. Yeah, so Evelyn would like to. I will? Yes. Wait, well. Cardboard? Yes. So our creative element was cardboard here that we used mostly throughout the whole thing. I'm sorry to cut short, but Evelyn will be here to explain more about that.
So one of the key details to make it more creative is we try to restrict ourselves to using less materials and more recycled materials. So we chose cardboard and other cardboard tubes, which is seen best in Fiona's tower, I think. And she was the one who actually had the idea for it, but we also used it in my bear costume and as much as we could throughout the skit.
Can we see you in your bear costume? Can we see you? How you would have it?
Since it was kind of big, we couldn't bring home the entire contraption, so we just brought it in front.
You can explain the headpiece real fast if you want, how you had to do it.
And you had to hold it up yourself when you were.
We did have a whole jacket and then head contraption to keep it on, but.
Is it heavy? Was it heavy? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, just amazing. Thank you.
Just that overall, there's pieces you didn't see. I don't recall, because it was busy, if I sent the board a copy of the final video, but I will do that so that some of what they just said will make more sense to you. And, overall, I'm just super, super proud of them. And thank you for your support, as always. We couldn't do without you. I thought we would do that, and then I would do the other. Is that okay? Cryptic. You know me, I'm always good for the element of surprise.
So we are going to recognize our Odyssey team. So you're going to put your props down somewhere safe. And President Nichols will call you up again, take, shake, go to the stairs.
Okay, I believe in alphabetical order again. First up, Evelyn Eng. Congratulations. Amazing job. Julian Greco. Congratulations, Julia. Sky Munson. Congratulations. Let's go to the stairs. The stairs. Vincent Pecoraro. Nice singing. Congratulations. And again, we have Fiona Venice Joe. Congratulations, Fiona. With all this work, Fiona, do you have time to do any homework this year between Steam Tank and Odyssey? That's true. All right, picture.
Before we move on in the meeting, I know that Ms. Sham has something to say about our journey as an Odyssey program over the past, Mrs. Nichols, what year was it? 2009. There you go.
2009. Okay, I'm going to try and do this, and thank you for indulging me. 16 years ago, I signed up for a program that I had researched online while looking for creative problem-solving opportunities for my gifted students. Odyssey of the Mind popped up. I read snippets about it online, and I thought it sounded kind of fun. Little did I know what awaited me. It turned out not only did I need money and a whole lot of ingenuity and coaching experience, but I needed people to be officials for our teams. During my early years at OPS, Mr. Walsh, I recognized you as someone on the board who truly cared about programs that gave kids positive experiences and that asked them to stretch and grow. So I took a chance back then, and I asked you if you would be willing to be an official for that first year, 2009. I had no idea what I had asked you to do. Since those early days each year, I've asked you each time, for regionals and state finals, if you would continue to support us and act as our official so our teams would not receive penalty points. You happily volunteered, and some years you volunteered before I even asked you. I know that over the last 16 years, you may have been able to see 4 or maybe 5 of these presentations for these problems, but most of the years of volunteering, you didn't get to see them. And you rarely got to see the good things that were happening with our teams. In addition, you and I have both faced health problems and along the way, but despite all of that, you have continued to show up. Again, blindly in some cases, unwittingly, but always with great interest and enthusiasm. You were there for us. I apologize ahead of time. Editing videos, clips, apparently is not under my ability of mad skills. I did the best I could, but mostly what I hope it imparts to you is the impact that you've had and how much the kids and I over the years have appreciated. So if everyone would indulge me for a few minutes, I'd like to show the video. And I'm glad that speech is over because now I'm really shaking. I just thought I'd say that. Auditorium. Where is it? 8218, 8218, okay. Okay. Oops, hold on, sorry. It's this thing that I have to do every time. Because it optimizes to my computer, it's downstairs. So I'm doing it for, okay. That should do it. Okay. And we're going. Mr. Rami, I'm sorry, where am I full screen? It'll do it when I hit play?
Top left, hit the green button.
All right. Okay, there we are. All right. Whew. Here we go.
Hello, and thank you for all you've done, Mr. Walsh. As you can maybe see, I'm in the middle of Switzerland right now, and I can tell you there's no better way to use your Odyssey of the Mind problem-solving skills than figuring out how to navigate Europe on a budget. Or take yesterday, for example. We found ourselves 3 hours from our Airbnb and had to navigate a complex series of buses and trains to get back. But I can safely say the skills Odyssey of the Mind provided me allowed us to safely get back. So thank you again and enjoy retirement.
Wow, Elvis, that was a crazy battle. Well, the elevator business does have its ups and downs. Well, anyways, are you up and ready to elevate creativity today? Oh, I don't know, Ollie. I'm feeling a little down today. Sometimes I wish I could fit in with the other elevators. Plus,
Hi, Mr. Walsh. I'm Colleen. I was involved in Odyssey from when I was in 5th grade all the way to the start of high school. So your continued support throughout all these years really meant a lot to the success of our program. I know personally in my life, Odyssey has empowered me whenever I get really worried about a problem that I think I can't solve. I kind of have that voice in the back of my head that says that every problem has a solution if you think creatively enough, which I wouldn't have without Odyssey and without your support on the board, or as an official as well. So thank you.
Hi, Mr. Welsh. Thank you so much for your support in Odyssey. It's really meant a lot to me over the years, and it was a great experience to be a part of.
Hi, Mr. Walsh. Thank you so much for your support. Odyssey has meant so much, and I made some of my best friends through the program, and it's helped me a lot through creative problem solving.
Hi, my name is Zoe. I'm a junior now, but I did Odyssey when I was in 5th or 6th grade, 5th and 6th grade actually, sorry. So it's been a good 4 or 5 years, no, 5, 6 years, pretty much. And you know, I think it really helped me grow as a person. And I do actually feel that it has made a difference, like in how I approach, I guess, the rest of my life, sort of when it comes to like problem solving, or you know, like even coming up with something witty to say, like when I'm talking with my friends or whatever. So yeah, thank you for being our official for all of these years. It genuinely has made a difference.
greetings, Earthlings. I was once stuck on the Earth just like you. Unfortunately, the Earth does not exist anymore.
My name is David Soon, and I'm a senior in Riverdale High School going to major in mechanical engineering. In my 5th and 6th grade, I did Odyssey of the Mind, which helped me succeed in high school and discover my love for engineering. Thank you for supporting Ms. Sham and Odyssey of the Mind, Mr. Walsh.
Hi, Mr. Walsh. This is AJ Wu. I participated in the Odyssey of the Mind Division 1 team on Problem 1, Pirates and the Treasure, in 2023 when I was in 4th grade, and then again in the following year in the Division 2 team on Problem 2, AI Techno Art. The experience opened my eyes in ways that I could not have imagined. I learned so many things. There were the creative challenges, the teamwork, how to handle myself under pressure, and to believe in myself, to name a few. I will forever remain grateful for the opportunity and for your support. Thank you for representing us. I wish you a very happy and relaxing retirement, maybe with a little tinkering. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Odyssey of the Mind has really been one of the most impactful experiences of my life. It helped me break out of my shell, make new friends, and taught me lessons that I continue to use to this day as a college graduate. None of it would have been possible without such a supportive team, and I wish you all the best with whatever comes next.
Hi, Mr. Walsh. This is Andy Wu. I joined my brother in 2024 Odyssey of the Mind. I was in Division 2 and in 4th grade, and I did AI Techno Art. It was hard work, but the outcome was worth the challenging journey endured. The chicken and egg puns, the toaster that judged art, the tournaments, glue guns, and power tools. I don't think I can ever forget the amazing experience and lessons learned. Thank you for being our official over and over. You came in and did your thing. Then you left. None of us saw you. You were like Batman. I wish you a happy retirement and thank you for all the support you had given us.
And that team is Oradell Public School from Oradell, New Jersey. Okay. So as the team makes their way down, I'll read why they're receiving the award. This is pretty cool. What do a flea, a bear, a homemade electric piano, a cathedral, and a train have in common with a circus? Pure magic. Thanks to this extraordinary team, using only recycled materials, including cardboard, milk cartons, and paper towel tubes, they built a stunning 3D Trans-Siberian style train with a plush red velvet interior. Alongside it towered an 8-foot Russian Orthodox cathedral with colorful spires, adding to the vibrant Russian circus theme. One member transformed into a circus tent, revealing performers inside, until a surprise twist turned the entire scene into a flea circus. Even more impressively, the team created a functioning flea piano where each flea triggered a unique sound woven into the show's narrative. It was a dazzling display of imagination, artistry, and inventive storytelling. That sounds pretty cool. So congratulations, New Jersey.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh! We appreciate all the support you've given to Odyssey. Many teams would not have been able to make it to World Finals without all the help you've been in securing funding for our Odyssey of the Mind teams.
We'd also like to thank you, Mr. Walsh, for being an awesome judge in all the tournaments that you've judged. Thank you.
Individually, Odyssey of the Mind has taught us so many different things. It's taught me how to take initiative.
What's it taught you, Evelyn?
Odyssey of the Mind has taught me how to be a leader. What has it taught you, Julian?
Odyssey of the Mind has taught me to persevere even when times are hard. What has it taught you, Vince?
Odyssey of the Mind has taught me how to think creatively and solve problems like no one else could. It's amazing. What has Odyssey taught you, Sky?
Odyssey has taught me how to work better with a team.
And so, as a team, we'd like to thank you for all the support you've given to Odyssey. We appreciate everything you've done. And to end, we'd like to say,
Thank you, Mr. Walsh!
From the bottom of my heart, thank you, both on a professional and a personal level. I think you started the year after me, so I'm not sure he gets retired before me. I just want to wish you a retirement filled with family, joy, and laughter. You deserve it. To our own personal Batman, please accept this award. Looks just like our Odyssey Awards with a different plaque, recognizing 16 years of dedicated service as our Odyssey of the Mind official. Thank you. We have to engineer you a better one. Thank you so much, John. You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's take a picture of you two.
I get on the stairs?
No. Don't get on the stairs. You can stand right there. Okay? Great. Thank you.
It's good.
Yep.
Mr. Walsh, would you like to say anything?
Yes.
I thought so.
I want to thank you for the film, for the dedication, for the plaque. I had a stroke this year, and I didn't make the quarterfinal and the final, but I did make the judges' classes. So I'm going to go home and get myself ready for next January. Because they tell me you don't have to be a board member.
No, you don't. You don't. So if you want to volunteer, we'll revise the plaque next year.
I don't think I could do your job, but I could be a judge.
And from both Sarah and Nick Pankowitz, the New Jersey State Directors, they send you good wishes and many, many, many thanks. And Trish and all of the people you've judged with, they're very happy for you, and thank you so much for everything that you've done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we appreciate all the students and parents coming out this evening. I'm assuming you don't want to stay for our boring meeting. So we're going to take like a 2-minute break. If you want to stay, you're more than welcome, but we'll take a 2-minute break, so whoever wants to leave can leave, and then we will resume our meeting. So thank you for coming, and congratulations. Okay. That was lovely. I have some correspondence that I wanted to read under my report. We have a thank you note. Dear BOE members, thank you so much for the delicious bagel breakfast last week. Such a nice treat to start the morning, from Ms. Michelle Haas. And another one, dear Oradell Board of Education members, thank you for the delicious bagel spread you provided for us on Wednesday morning. It was wonderful to enjoy a bagel and coffee in the morning. We appreciate your thoughtfulness. Wishing you a good day, the admin team. I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't signed yours in education. I'm a little disappointed at that. Just a reminder, our retreat is coming up on July 9th. Our school board rep, Matt Lee, resigned. He's going to be doing something else. We have a new one coming this year. We'll probably set it for around 5:30, but we'll send out something about that. And before we go into our resolutions, we will be going into a closed session. So I'll turn it over to the superintendent for her report.
It has been a busy 2 weeks since our last meeting. The administrative team has been interviewing possible candidates for the upcoming school year. You will see several of those new hires on your agenda this evening. We continue to plan for the summer explorations program, and I have also been in contact with the town regarding their usage of the building for their summer recreation program. We at this point have 231 students registered for explorations, including 53 kinder campers. The program will run some favorites like cheerleading, Storytime, Model Magic, Legos, and Move It, Move It. We also have some new classes running, including jewelry design, Panther Press, which is a newspaper class, coding with Kibo, a chemistry class, and a class entitled Mission to Mars. I had the privilege of attending and speaking at Troop 36 Eagle Court of Honor, and yesterday I received a presentation from Junior Girl Scout Troop 98184 regarding an action project focused on recycling that they would like to do at OPS. So I did what every good superintendent would do. I told them to go see Mr. Werner. One of the highlights of the week was our 6th grade awards night. Once again, it was completely student-run. Students acted as hosts. They provided the musical entertainment and designed the program. On Friday, we will celebrate Chief for a day, and I invite the board to join us for a brief parade for this year's Chief, which will happen right outside on Prospect at 9 a.m. Finally, as a reminder, commencement is on Wednesday morning. If you could respond to the invitation from my office so we can ensure that we have appropriate number of chairs set up, I would appreciate it. And that concludes my report.
At this time, I'd like to make a motion to go into closed session. Yeah. All right. Can someone make a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Del Greco. Roll call.
Yes.
Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Downey, Mrs. Moran,
Yes.
Mr. Nutlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh,
Yes.
Mrs. Norian,
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes. We should not be too long.
What are we doing?
Can I have a motion to come out of closed session?
Motion to come out of closed session.
By Mrs. Norian. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Okay, moving forward, we have the review of the May 7th minutes. Any issues, please email Mr. Iapelli. Tonight, we have approval of April 23rd. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve the meeting of April 23rd.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Norian. Any questions? Call the question.
Mr. Del Greco?
Yes.
Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Downey? Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Nutland?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols?
Yes. Administrative items. Mrs. Norian, would you take that?
Yes, I'd like to present items A1 and A2.
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Walsh. I want you to notice that we had one HIB envelope in our home packets. There's another one in your packet tonight. Tonight, we are just accepting them. Next week, we will affirm them. We need lines under this section, Ms. Bozios.
Thank you.
Any questions on A1 or A2? Call the question.
Mr. Del Greco?
Yes.
Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Downey? Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Nutland?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker? Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols?
Yes. Mr. Del Greco, Buildings and Grounds.
Yes. I'd like to present B1 use of school facilities, and then also just wanted to mention to everybody we did have a Buildings and Grounds Committee meeting. We went over, pardon me, I forgot my physical copy, so I'm reading off my notes. We talked about the basketball court, just the patching, waiting for the ponding, with all the rain that we've had, just to verify that everything's flat. Looking at different textures, different paints to seal the rest of the top, just to make sure that it adheres to the paint that's already down there currently. Talked about cameras. We talked about COPS grant, and if we were going to leverage the COPS grant, since we can only leverage it once, and different ways to leverage it. Talked about landscaping, future seating projects. We talked about the back lawn. We talked about just a plan for care, maintenance, and landscaping in general. We'll reaching out to a vendor for treatment plans, and then revised quote we went over for the garden. And then just summer projects, direct install status, just the status of different things in the building from a security perspective, and all the HVAC work, and then painting as well.
Can you make your motion again?
Yes, we'll make a motion to bring B1, use of school facilities.
I'll second it.
Second by Mrs. Norian. Do we have any questions for Mr. Del Greco? Call the question.
Mr. Del Greco?
Yes.
Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Downey? Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Nutland?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols?
Yes. Curriculum, Mrs. Norian.
I have no report at this time.
Finance, Mr. Darian.
Yes. We did not have a finance meeting since our last meeting, so I have no report there. So with that, I'd like to introduce for consideration tonight items D1 through D17.
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Walsh. Any questions? Oh, I see it. D16?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other questions? Call the question.
Yes.
Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Downey? Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Nutland?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols?
Yes. Delegate report, Mr. Walsh.
I have nothing to report.
Personnel, Mrs. Walker, and before you take it, we actually already have F1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to walk on, so you'll present F1 through F6. I'm going to walk on F6. It is hereby moved that the Board of Education approves the submission of the contract for employee number 4713 to the Executive County Superintendent for review and approval. So you would like to make a motion for F1 to F6?
I'd like to. Before I do that, we did have a meeting tonight, and we discussed a number of things, new hires that will be coming onto the Board of Education, into the school, and also OEA negotiations is in progress, and a few other things to tidy up housekeeping. And with that, I'd like to present F1 and F2.
I'll second.
F1 through F6, if you could make it F1 through F6? Some of these are from last week that we're bringing forward, so.
I'll second F1 to F6.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Any questions? Call the question.
Mr. Del Greco?
Yes.
Mr. Darian?
Yes.
Mrs. Downey? Mrs. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Nutland?
Yes.
Mrs. Walker?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mrs. Norian?
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols?
Yes, policy, Mr. Nutland.
We haven't had a meeting, but we will, we'll get together soon.
Public relations, Mrs. Downey.
I don't have anything.
Any update on the website or the app? How's it, is it smooth? Anybody complaining about anything not working?
As I shared at the last meeting, I will be sending out a survey to all stakeholders by the end of this week to ask for feedback, because I think sometimes something is hard to find and no one's telling me. It just happened in my office. My administrative assistant in charge of all hiring couldn't find employment opportunities. That's a really important spot you need to be able to find on your website, and it all happened to do with the fact that the rotating day is covering that spot, and so that's not the one we ever want the rotating day to cover. We would want that to cover something that our school uses so much that they just know it's over there on the right.
At this time, we'll open to the public. You could just state your name for the record and then fill out the form. What's your last name?
My name is Joshua Frisch.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to turn this down. Should I put my address and everything?
Yeah, just, you don't have to state your address, just put it in the book.
Okay. Hi. So again, my name is Joshua Frisch. My son David is a first grader here at the school, and before I make the comments that I was coming to talk to you guys about, I did want to thank Ms. Hawley and Ms. Brancato for helping my son this year. He had a very difficult year with behavior. He's dealing his, some issues that we're getting through, and I want to thank them both for really helping him this year and helping us get through this year, because it was challenging for a lot of people. So I wanted to say that first. But I'm coming here tonight because I am a computer science teacher at the middle school in Ramsey School District. And about a few months ago, I came across, I was in the library with one of my sons, and a mother was there with a bunch of other kids, and she was running her own little coding club and teaching things that I had taught in my previous school. I was a K-8 technology teacher in Moonachie for 8.5 years, and I was surprised, and I said, "Oh, don't they do this in school?" And there's no. And I actually went over during your closed session and talked to Ms. Hawley and Mr. Nevins, and Mr. Werner, and I was just saying that I, as someone who teaches the subject and has seen the power of teaching programming and coding, it would be great if there was some aspect of the STEAM curriculum, because I was reading through the curriculum, and it's fantastic. It really encompasses everything, but the one missing piece is the computer part. The part to get those kids who have with Steam Tank. I'm involved with Steam Tank. I mentored actually the groups last year, and the Odyssey of the Mind, those kids do amazing things, and the fact that they're using Makey Makeys and they're doing all this stuff and just thinking of what they could do if they learned how to program. like thinking of what level they could take things to if they had that power. And it's, it's not for everyone, but just having the exposure to that may, get somebody to have a spark of like, this is what I want to do. Like my son is very much into it. Like he loves doing Scratch. He, loves doing anything programming wise. His grandparents got him a little, robot. But it's just, it would be great if it was part of the curriculum. And, students have access to Chromebooks. So obviously technology is not an issue. And it's just a matter of, I told Ms. Hawley, like, I understand as a teacher, someone who has his administrative certificate, I understand how there's limited time in the day and a limited time in the year to get everything, in there. But if there was a way to sneak it in, either, doing the hour of code in December or somehow getting getting it in there, because students, kids in general, use technology every day, but they don't know how to manipulate it. They don't know how to use it. They don't understand how it works. And I see it, in Ramsey all the time. Kids don't know what power they have really in their hands, and they don't really respect it in certain ways. It would just, I think it would be something that would be beneficial to the school district, and I think would be beneficial to the students here. And it's helped me find jobs just learning how to use computers and learning basic code, and I think it would just be helpful. And it's, personal passion of mine, obviously, that I teach it, but I think it would be something that would be great to see in the future. Obviously not next year, maybe not the year after, but something that to be considered to be built into the curriculum over the next several years as such. So thank you so much.
Thank you. So, Mrs. Norian, I think you should just we should put it on an agenda for curriculum just to see what we do and what we can do. Absolutely. And I guess since you're a middle school teacher, that means you'll volunteer to come here and do a session with our students one day, right?
I did offer.
You could do a workshop after school with them.
I would be more than happy to talk to, because I've talked with Ms. Cataldo before, and we're in the same Facebook group and stuff, and so there's tons of resources, and just, again, it's getting the kids the access and just like a little bit of it, getting the taste of it, and it may be something that we realize as a district, like this is something we want to really grow, because it's right, they already have the technology right in front of them, and they have it at home. Who knows what they're going to be able to do with it in their free time.
Right. Very valid point. Thank you for bringing it. We will look into it in curriculum. Like you said, we do have time restrictions, but I am kind of curious to see if we do any of it, and then we'll look from there. Any other comments from the public? Moving on, any old or new business? Old or new business? Yes, Mrs. Walker?
A new business, I guess. The shirts have been ordered for anyone else. Last call, they should be here in the next couple of days. So, and the company is great to work with. They remembered me from when we ordered ours back. That's quite a few.
Nobody ever forgets you, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, yeah, right.
Any other old or new business? Mr. Walsh?
Question. How come we didn't have the teachers and those retiring come in front of the board?
We did that last meeting.
Did that?
We did it last meeting.
Oh, okay. I should keep my mouth shut.
Mr. Nutland?
Just a quick comment, and I know that they're all gone, but how impressive our Odyssey of the Mind group is, and the STEAM Club, and it's very, very impressive, and I'm glad that they have those opportunities. So Mr. Walsh, great job at saying yes, and good on you. But congrats to those teams.
I thought the steam tank products were amazing. Biodegradable, like the fish one, and then the hairband one. That's amazing.
And to understand, like fishing, that is a major issue, is when you lose your lure and now it just sits at the bottom and people can step on it and whatnot. So there's a lot of hazards that can go with it, including the fish. So that was impressive.
Yeah. Any other old or new business? Mr. Del Greco?
Just to add on that, the scrunchie, the hair tie one, as a girl dad, I find many of them destroyed in my house, so I can relate. But I think it's great that they also went to a vendor in town, and they provided time and insight, and they helped them, which I think is wonderful, and it builds a great part of the community. So guess Shannon at Clay Paper Scissors, that's wonderful that she helped out.
Any other old or new business? We do need to go into another closed session, so if someone make a motion.
I move we go into another closed session.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Walker, roll call.
Mr. Del Greco.
Yes.
Mr. Darian.
Yes.
Mrs. Downey. Mrs. Moran.
Yes.
Mr. Nutland.
Yes.
Mrs. Walker.
Yes.
Mr. Walsh.
Yes.
Mrs. Norian.
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes, we will not be taking any action after, so we will not be coming back. Thank you for coming to our meeting. We appreciate it.